development.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the current status quo in terms of the beneficiation? What are the communities, lacking, or what are the companies lacking to ensure that communities in those areas benefit the way they should?
Well, we have seen the government of Botswana introduce a law that says, or that forces the mines to actually make sure that citizen economic empowerment happens in the country.
Yeah.
So what we are trying to do now is to just make sure that the businesses, especially the small businesses in those areas where mines operate, actually do benefit. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about now value chain development in these host communities. What can be done, to add just a little bit of share that communities can enjoy from? You talked about how government initially introduced a law that compels companies to actually ensure that communities benefit in that regard through the economic empowerment, citizen economic empowerment. What else can be done to ensure that communities benefit from these companies?
Well, first of all, government has made sure that officers who actually do the citizen economic empowerment are present in the mines. These officers make sure that citizens of Botswana and even companies from outside do participate in selling of their equipment to the mines. So what we are doing now is calling them to try and make sure that they help them be part of this. Yeah.
Right. So with your experience and now having come up with the Trade Up North Summit that is coming very soon, would you say is it easy or difficult for communities in these areas to engage and have conversations with these mining organizations about development and other things really?
Well, it's not easy, which is why we're bringing the two parties together to try and see how we can make sure that they do participate.
Yeah.
To try and see that the mines do actually register businesses so that people can do business with the mines. Yes.
Right. You spoke about how there's a law that has been implemented as a way of government trying to compel these companies to ensure beneficiation in this regard. Would you say that the policy way or the law way is actually the right way in this regard to ensure that communities benefit fully from these mining companies?
It is the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do, and we have seen a lot of companies that have participated in our event years back. We have seen that they have actually grown. The companies have grown. They have been included in the procurement processes of some of the mines. And we keep on trying every year, to invite small businesses so that they can equally benefit from the procurement processes of the mines.
Right.
Yes.
Over and above the procurement processes of the mines, how else do you think mines can actually give back to these communities? What other ways can be implemented in this regard?
There's corporate social responsibilities that mines have to abide by.
Yeah.
And would like them to come forth and tell us, as a country, as citizens of the country, tell us how they plan to make this happen. Yes, I personally believe that mines should be in the forefront of corporate social responsibility, since they are actually doing the mining in these communities. Yeah.
And you say that you are putting together the Trade Up North Summit. It's a mining summit, and you're bringing in both parties to come and have these conversations. What exactly can we expect in terms of dialogue? At this summit, when is it happening and where is it happening?
It will be in Francistown from the 24th, from the 23rd to the 24th of July, which is next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. We've invited companies from outside the country, especially manufacturing companies, who are hoping to come and set up in this country. We do know that government has been talking a lot about manufacturing and making sure that it does happen. And so we want government. We've got actually government ministries coming through also, who are coming to do presentations. We've got Ministry of Minerals and Energy. We've got under that Department of Energy, Department of Mines. We've also got Ministry of Local Government, which is which hosts the councils. And then we've got these different companies which will be telling us about how they want to set up in this country, whether you want to set up, they want to talk about energy, whether there's energy supply, whether there's water supplies. And we've invited water utilities to also come and talk to these companies about their services and whether it's easy to actually set up in this country or not.
Right. Yeah. You've invited, high-level speakers, high-level presenters in this regard to come and have these conversations. Who are you expecting to show up as a part of the audience? Yeah. Can just an ordinary Botswana come and be a part of the summit? What is the process?
Yeah, we have a summit which is 5,000 pula per person. We've got high-level speakers, yes. HRDC are our biggest sponsor. As we know, HRDC, their mandate is to make sure that human development, and which is why also we've got the councils. And we've got exhibition space, which is for businesses who want to or who hope to to penetrate the mining sector, mining, construction and manufacturing sectors. Sure. We've got, so it's free to actually come to the stalls to see what's available in these three sectors. But for the summit, you pay 5,000 pula. Everybody is invited to come, and we are hoping that the businesses will be able, at the end of the day, will be able to to register, to supply their equipment or whatever they are supplying to the mines, because we're expecting them to be there. Yeah.
Right. So when it's all said and done, after the summit is done, after the attendance that you're hoping for, what are the ultimate outcomes that you are expecting from the summit? And where can we go to see some of the outcomes really from the summit as the general public? Because we've seen over time these conversations being had, high-level conversations being had, but in terms of the actual implementation process or the outcomes of the summit, we don't quite see a lot of what really transpired during that, and of course the impact that then trickles down from those conversations. What can we expect from your end?
Well, people do get tired of summits and talk, but nothing happens after that. Yeah. This time around, we are hoping that since there's citizen economic empowerment officers at the mines, we are hoping that every year or every 6 months they could at least give a report to say this is how many people we've registered. This is the amount of business we are doing with them, and all of that. So we're hoping for results also, to say, is this working or is it not working? There should be some measures, that should be done. Yeah,
absolutely. Let me take this time to thank you so much, ma'am, for joining me this morning to have this very important conversation. We will definitely be looking to the Trade Up North Summit to see what exactly comes out of it and what conversations are ahead in that regard.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Well, that's where we leave it. We're in conversation this morning with Mayor Vuyiswa Mojela, who's the founder of an upcoming summit called the Trade Up North organization, talking about, a beneficiation really, and, just the host communities of different mining companies benefiting from the value chain really that then stands in that regard. I hope you got a thing or two from that conversation. This is where we leave it for now, but coming up at the top of the hour, look out for the news.
Botswana's journey of transformation is a multifaceted initiative merging different sectors of government and the wider national agenda. We invite you to witness this journey of progress and self-actualization every Thursday night.
The United States and Botswana cast key votes at the United Nations in support of Ukraine in the face of aggressive, unprovoked war initiated by Russia. We have done so because we both realize that unless democracies stand together, government of the people, by the people, and for the people, to quote Abraham Lincoln, may perish from the earth. We won't let that happen. In this, and as in so many other ways, we are together. The United States,